Markey is in court to claim £4,560 for the cost of modifications he carried out on a friend's car. On the agreement, it would be promoted on a television programme. Defendant Cream says the television programme fell through, but as he still promoted the modified car, he owes nothing.
Do we have Markey here?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you very much, Markey. Your case has been very clear and I have to say very eloquent, very interesting too. And now, sir, I think your name, I may be wrong, but sometimes, from time to time, when she hasn't got her glasses on, the spelling is wrong. Is your name Cream?
It is, yes.
And is that your real name, or are you named after some sort of, I don't know, unpleasant itch?
No, it's an alias, Judge.
It's an alias?
Yeah, it's a street
Oh, no, I
name.
understand that. Now, you are a quite well-known hip-hop act, correct?
I'm an award-winning hip-hop artist, yeah.
Well, it depends on your award. I once asked somebody, are you an award-winning actor? He said yes. It turned out he could swim 5 metres. Do you see?
I was the Best Unique Act Award for 2016.
I'm sure it's me, but there are words that sometimes put together that have a ever so slightly, what you might call ironic charm. You are the best what?
Unique artist.
The best unique.
Yeah.
Now, you certainly, Markey, were aware of him, correct?
Yes.
Now, give me a sense, because actually you're very honest and helpful. And this case is honestly very serious and has real commercial implications. So, how did you know of Cream?
Through a mutual friend. We met on a couple of nights out, and the friendship sort of grew from there.
Well, you may have met him on a night out, but tell me, what exactly was the night out? What were you doing? What's your job?
What I do is I own a business which specialises in customising vehicles.
I've heard all about this. It has a certain word. I've been learning about this from your case, and I have to say, others that I've done. As I understand it, your job is to do something called pimping. Is that right?
Some people call it that, Your Honour, yes.
Well, no wonder you had a relationship with Cream, sir. And you do something called pimping rides. Is that
That's
correct? What does that involve?
Modifying the vehicle. It could be anything from performance to visual enhancements.
Well, that's what I'm getting at.
I've done some projects which have been featured in magazines.
You're well known.
TV
So I
shows.
bring to you my Morris Minor, and I say, I want you to pimp my Morris.
Yes.
What type of thing might you do?
Well, when I customise the vehicles, I would give a bespoke customisation based on the owner of the vehicle. So it would be sort of a reflection of the character through the vehicle. So
I want you to pimp my Morris Minor and make it look well pimped out, yeah.
yeah. What you would get would be the visual enhancements.
What visual enhancements?
Could either be a colour change, it could either be painted, could be
Well, what would you
vinyl
do
wrapped.
for me?
For you, Judge, I'd have to do a bit of investigating, see really what you like, and add them features into the car.
I'd like it to go.
It has the engine that already allows it to go, Judge.
I understand. Now, this is very interesting, because people are into this sort of thing. I've read about it and I've seen it, and it's especially important as part of the image of a hip-hop star, correct?
It is.
Why is that? What sort of artists go along with these sorts of cars, and what sort of modifications do they have?
Well, obviously, I'm the best unique artist, so I wanted my car to be unique as well.
Understood. Now, you have told me a little bit about Cream, but here's the reality. He was quite a well-known and successful person. Otherwise, you would never have got involved with him in this way in the first place.
That's correct.
Let's see you doing your business. Now, that was at the Southeastern Entertainment Awards.
It was.
Did you win an award at the Southeastern Entertainment Awards?
Yes, that's where I won Best Unique
Best
Act.
Unique, but only for the Southeast. Do they know you in the Northwest?
Yeah, I'm known all over, to be quite honest.
Now, 2016, we get to something, I have to say, which is genuinely interesting in this case. 2016, you were approached about customising his car, correct?
Correct.
What was the discussion, please, sir?
About July 2016, Cream approached me, asked to have his vehicle customised for a TV show.
Thank you very much. Have you been to any other vehicle modification experts other than Marky before you ended up speaking to him?
Yes, myself and my management had got in contact with 8 different companies. 5 were quite interested in the idea that I had.
Now, that's an interesting thing, and you're very honest about that. And I have to tell you, had he not been honest here, you'd been in real difficulty. The discussion effectively with the other car modification businesses was that you would enter into what you would call a commercial partnership of some description.
Yes.
What was that partnership? What was the idea?
The idea was I had in the bag another TV appearance.
In what bag? What do you mean?
I had it already. I'd been offered another TV show.
I'm going to put that down because
From
it's
a
important.
production company.
The word offered.
Sorry.
It's very important. Someone had offered you another TV show.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to ask you about that in a second, but as a result of that offer, you believe, presumably, you were going to be exposed to wider publicity.
Yes.
As a consequence, you ended up speaking to these car modification businesses. What was the offer you made to them?
The offer I made to them was if they customised the car free of charge and put their name on it, product placement, all that kind of stuff, then I would be able to get the car onto the TV show in question that had asked me to do it.
No problem. That is, I have to say, a very commonplace type of arrangement. And believe it or not, that's especially, as I understand it, the situation, not necessarily, by the way, in this country, I should tell you, because there are complexities about it, very, very deep legal complexities about it. But in America, for example, if you are a desperate husband of some description, those type of partnerships are very, very commonplace. In other words, you show up and you can have your bra sponsored by whomever. Do you see?
Yes.
And understandably, people who make those bras or those costumes or those clothes pay a lot of money to put them on the backs of reality stars.
That's right.
How did he sell the show to you? What was the pitch?
Basically, that it would be broadcasted in a certain part of the UK.
Why only a certain part? Was it on a national channel or a local channel?
A local channel.
That's important. Thank you.
But the area that would have been broadcasted in, I had done previous work over there. I took a little time out of business. I took a year off, and coming back onto the bringing the business back, I thought it'd be a good direction to market this.
It's a nice way to start. How far advanced were your negotiations for taking part in that reality show?
I'd been offered the show like 7 or 8 different other celebrities had done at the time.
Now,
and
here's
I
the
was
thing.
told that I was going to drive around.
I believe you were told that. I've no doubt that that's the case, by the way. He hasn't told you porkies. He certainly hasn't told me porkies.
No.
You hadn't signed a contract yet, though, am I right? So when you say it was advanced, what they'd said is we would very much like him to take part.
Yes.
And they'd sort of given you dates to pencil out.
Yes.
Now, if you are on a commercial TV station, and I suspect that this is a commercial TV station, various rules almost certainly would preclude you from having anybody's advert on your car because it would be unfair according to the various Ofcom regulations. So the chances are that anybody filming this would have to blur out that insignia. Do you see?
Right.
It's as simple as that. It's one of the odd nuances of UK broadcasting law. Now, this gets rather difficult. What happened was that you agreed to take on the project in August 2016, correct?
Yes.
What did you do, sir?
I did vehicle body modifications with a custom designed chrome and black
What did you
vinyl wrap.
ask for?
I asked for it to be properly pimped. And
Properly pimped.
yeah.
Coming next.
Describe to me exactly what you've done, the modifications, etc.
Yes. Chrome and black body wrap changed to black.
What does that say? Bitten by the wolf?
Yes, Your Honour. My alias is Wolf.
What do you mean your alias is wolf?
That's what I
What's the
know.
walking around with aliases?
Markey is in court to claim £4,560 for the cost of modifications he carried out on a friend's car. On the agreement, it would be promoted on a television programme. Defendant Cream says the television programme fell through, but as he still promoted the modified car, he owes nothing.
was there any specific instructions, or did you sit down a bit like an artist and imagine what he wanted?
No, specific request was a chrome car.
Chrome car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it into chrome. Anything else that you added without his precise permission?
No, everything was agreed, authorised by Cream, and then I went
Was
ahead.
there anything else? Lighting, anything of that kind? Ejector seat?
I did put multicoloured undercar lighting.
Multicoloured understand lighting?
Multicoloured.
Good Lord, you're like a gay pride float. Let's have a look. Goodness me, can you notice what I've done there on the side of the car? What have I done?
Blocked it out.
Blurred the name. Because you don't get free advertising on telly. Can you describe to me exactly what you've done, the modifications, etc.?
Yes. So it's got a custom-designed chrome and black body wrap. The interior has been changed to
Wait
black.
a second, what does that say, bitten by the wolf?
Yes, Your Honour.
Not
I'll
gonna
tell
hit
you
them
the
ri-
story behind that.
Oh, good.
My alias is Wolf.
What do you mean your alias is wolf?
My alias is Wolf. That's what I'm
So
known as. in
walking
the
around with
industry.
aliases. Bitten by, your name is Wolf.
Wolf, yes.
Why?
It's a nickname that I've had since childhood. And,
Is that because you look like Michael J. Fox?
when I was younger, yes.
Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf, yes, that's where it came from. Let's just say I hit puberty earlier than the rest of the class.
Talk to me about the modifications of the car.
OK. So we've got a multicoloured undercar lighting.
We can't see that because it's light, sadly, but I can
obviously,
see
yeah.
that. In other words, if you turn it on at night, what would it look like? You give me a description.
A disco underneath that car.
There'd be a disco happening.
Yeah. You can change the settings so it can strobe. You can have them
You
flashing
never
fast.
can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
multi-settings on that.
Yeah, you can.
What music would you play? You're hip-hop. You're not
Yeah.
exactly Saturday Night Fever.
You can, well, I actually am, because the hip hop that I do, this is why I got Best Unique Act, because the hip hop that I do is disco hip hop.
Disco.
Well, it's disco.
How much did all that cost?
That would be a £4,000 job,
I can understand that. Now, is that with VAT or without it?
plus VAT.
Well, that demonstrates, I have to tell you yet again, I've joked around a little bit here, but you're a serious business. You've registered for VAT. That means you've got a fairly high turnover. This is not a hobby, in other words.
No.
So I'm getting at, you are a thoroughly professional, very good modifier of cars. Now, that chrome colour, how does one do that?
It's vinyl. It's sheets of vinyl which has to be heated and contoured to the body panels.
How long does it take?
I took about 10 days with this project.
Understood. Now, here's the thing. You didn't just do this for free. You protected yourself by doing something thoroughly sensible, yet again giving me an indication that you're a proper businessman.
Yes.
Maybe sort of joke around, bitten by the wolf and all of that, but you are a very sensible person because you drafted a contract. Did you see this contract?
I did.
Did you look and read through this agreement?
I did, yeah. Myself, I did, yeah.
Because the point is, you signed a deal, which you drafted, I would have thought.
That's correct.
Sensible. And, you know, I want to be clear. The good thing about this is it's very simple. In other words, I get the impression you drafted this entirely yourself.
Yes, I did.
Sometimes, and I'm going to give you a warning here, people in your position and yours try to be too clever. So they download proformas from www.legalmoronproformas. And they get into all sorts of trouble by saying more than they need to. This says exactly what is required. There are problems with it if it were ever enforceable, I should tell you. But nevertheless, what you're expecting him to do is clear. There is a term and condition. First of all, there's the amount. The vehicle must be broadcasted on at least one national TV show within 6 months of completion of the company to receive media coverage. That's why you were agreeing to do it for free.
That's correct.
This was advertising. It was an advertising deal.
Correct.
Now, you don't specify on there how much or how often that is to be shown on the programme because you could have no control over it.
That's correct.
In fact, we now know that as a matter of law, it would have been impossible, in my view, for this to have happened in any event. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Now, let's look at the sponsorship period. The agreement shall be deemed to have commenced in August and shall continue until the 23rd of February. Modifications to remain as given for 12 months. Again, vehicle to be broadcast on the relevant TV show, on one TV show. In fact, you don't even specify the TV show.
At least one.
In 6 months. That was a requirement that he used that car in some way to advertise your excellent services. You have a valid reply, and your valid reply, which is why I asked Marky this question, is that you have done a lot of promotion in this car.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Such as what?
It goes to a lot of the live shows that we do.
How many people show up, Max?
What, to the shows?
No, to my boudoir, yes.
OK, well, I would have done the Basildon Music Festival last year, where there was 5,000 people there.
Roughly how many people, would you say, specifically coming to see you, have seen you in this car? 10,000, 20,000?
I would say 20,000 in that year.
How's the car now? Have you driven around in it?
Yeah, we were going to bring it here, but we couldn't fit it in.
Well, it's a perennial problem, Cream.
It's one of those cars that you need to see to appreciate, to be quite honest. They did do a good bit of work on it, and they did everything that I asked them to do.
Is there anything you'd like to add, Marky?
No, Your Honour.
Anything, Cream?
No, sir.
It's a challenging situation, I have to tell you. And when I read the case at the beginning, it didn't strike me as being as difficult as it is. And I'm going to give a ruling now. You did work for Cream. You did so on the basis that you were promised advertising, in effect, that his name would be on the car that you very expertly modified, and that would be on one national TV show. It was understood what that national TV show was. Marky, you did this work, as I understand it, for, was it 3,800?
No, it was £4,000, and when we signed the contract, Cream gave me £200 goodwill.
OK, that's important. How much of that is VAT?
£4,000. Well, what I'm claiming for is £3,000, 3,800 plus the VAT, which works out to 4,560.
OK. But he's paid you 200 already?
200.
Sir, he didn't pay for this. This was advertising. You haven't actually spent anything. You've just done work. In other words, it's not a sale that's been made. Consequently, I can't give you the VAT. Do you see? You understand why?
Yeah.
VAT is what happens when you purchase something. It's a tax at the point of sale. You just simply took the time off work and did it. You can't charge yourself VAT.
OK.
Understood? Splendid. Thank you very much. You have put yourself to considerable labour to do this work, under the promised impression that your advert would be on one national TV show within 6 months. That has not happened, and the terms of that contract could not be any clearer. You've claimed £4,560. I cannot give that to you because some of that is a VAT component and you haven't charged anything to anyone other than yourself. I can, however, award you the £4,000. I've taken £200 off for what he's already paid. This court, therefore, awards you £3,800. Now, Cream, you're a very decent man. In fact, it seems to me that you're both talented and certainly the best unique defendant I've had in some time.
Thank you, Judge.
And in the circumstances, I do take the view that you were very badly advised here. And you're badly advised because you should not and must not get involved in any deal of this kind until you have a clearly signed contract with somebody who is promising you things. That is especially important if you're dealing with people in telly. Understood.
I understand, Judge.
That's the award of this court. Best of luck to both of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marky won his case and was awarded £3,800 of his claim. Let's find out how both parties felt about the judge's ruling.
You won.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
congratulations.
That's business, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing personal, it's all
No,
business. I'm very happy with the result. It's what I came to court for. This was a disagreement. Obviously, there was friendship involved as well as business. So not to damage the friendship, this is the way it needed to be done.
I'm a little bit irritated by it because, you know, I came here to win as well. Do you know what I mean? And in my eyes, I don't think I won because I think I did quite a lot of promotion for his company.
I think Judge was fair in there, don't you?
I think he was fair-ish.
Fair to me.
Yeah, it was fair to you.
Fair
It wasn't
to me.
that fair to me, you know. But I understood his points, and I'll take on more than what he says in the future.